Hey, what's up guys? So in this video I'm going to show you how you can easily create a tree design inside Affinity Designer. Now this is an autumn themed tree, but the idea here is to design it in such a way that if we need to change it in the future, let's say for another season or maybe for another niche, we should be able to make that change without too much effort. Now if you are interested in that, let's get started. Now here inside Affinity Designer, I have already created a document the size of Merch by Amazon t-shirt. The first thing that I'm going to do is to create a trunk. So I'm going to use the pen tool and I'm just going to create a random tree style or tree, kind of like a just generic looking tree design or a tree with some few branches. So you can create the branches separately, but I just want to create some basic branches here and then maybe add a little bit more details to it later on, depending upon how it looks. So yeah, this is just a pretty simple generic looking tree, nothing too specific. So I'm just creating some random branches here like that, maybe make something like that, and then just bring it down to close the tree shape. So towards the bottom, either I can just close it or maybe make it somewhat kind of like a big root system, depending upon how you want to see it. I think that looks fine for now. We might change it later on and make this chunk much more simple. For now, let's just leave it like that. Now as it is invisible, we need to color it so that we can see what we are creating. Let me just rotate it a bit. So let's just maybe make it kind of like a brown trunk, and I think this looks fine, not too much dark. So yeah, this is looking much better. Now it's time to create a few more branches here and just something at random places, nothing too specific. I'm using a graphic tablet for this purpose, and this helps me draw in a more realistic, or you can say in an easy way. With mouse you can create the same thing, and of course it will take a little bit more time to create these branches if you are using mouse, because drawing cannot be, in my opinion, cannot be done in a natural way using a mouse. So yeah, this is looking much fine, as it will be covered with the leaves, so I'm not really much concerned about how they look at this moment. And let's maybe just move this one a little bit here at this location to give it a wider look. If we need to add more branches, we might add a little bit something I would like to see here in this location, because currently this is looking empty and I don't want it to look kind of like a see-through through the leaves. So I'm just going to create a big branch here with a little bit going in different direction, so maybe like that, and then fill it with this color. Now you might be seeing this kind of like a thin black line, and that is because there is a very small stroke automatically applied to it, and we should just remove that. So I'm going to select all of this. I'm going to select the stroke color, choose none, select the stroke width, and then choose none. And now we have kind of like a tree with simple branches, and either you can just group it together. I'm just going to squish it down a little bit because I want branches kind of like leaves to be showing more. So I'm just going to select these points and move them up so that the trunk is not too big. Yeah, this looks fine. I think I should just make it much more simple looking without too much kind of root system. I think that would look fine. Alright, and now it's time to just add them together so that we have a single shape instead of these different shapes. So I'm just going to add it, and now we have a single shape which we can easily modify. So currently this one has kind of a flat look which I do not like, so I want it to have some kind of color variations in it, some more kind of like a shadows or highlight type of thing. So I'm just going to create some random stuff. It doesn't have to be any specific, so just random somewhat like that, and maybe make it a little bit more darker. Let me just cancel the color and use the fill and choose this color, and then make it slightly darker, somewhat like that. And in the same way I'm going to create a little bit more zigzag style random lines in this location as well. And then let me just choose the color from this one. I think I might have selected the stroke in this one, so I'm just going to select the fill and then press I and then choose this color, and now it selects the fill color. Alright, and then I'm going to create a few more similar kind of like darker areas here like that, and it is just to give it more some kind of like a dimension, so that it does not look just flat. And maybe a little bit more here. So I think that's enough for now. I might add a few more, and which should be not dark, and rather they should be kind of like a lighter color than the main basic tree trunk. So I'm just going to create something like that, and maybe bring it here and then bring it down like that. Select the eye tool, eyedropper, select the fill color, and then maybe make it slightly lighter. So yeah, this is looking much better. So we have kind of like a shadow and highlighted areas, and we can add a little bit here, the same highlight color, and in the same way I might add kind of like here as well. So this tree, as you can see, is not a realistic looking, it is just more kind of like a stylistic type of graphic, and which can be used in your t-shirt designs or any other kind of like a print on demand product. So yeah, this looks fine, and I'm just going to leave it here and not spend much time on it. And then I'm going to do is I'm going to select all of these three and group them together, and then press S to save it. And now it's time to create the leaves. So the trick that I'm going to use here is to create one leaf and then copy it on different location. So let me show you what I mean. So I'm just going to create a random leaf shape, so starting from top, maybe like that, and maybe make it like that, somewhat like that, in kind of like pointed style leaf. And let's just for the autumn season, let's just maybe fill it with orange color and like that. And then I'm going to create kind of like that vein shape or stalk shape in the leaf, and it should be, let's say, like that. And I'm going to close it like that, and then I'm going to fill it with the same, and then maybe make it slightly darker, make it somewhat like that in this location, and maybe create a few more veins here and there. Let's say on this location, fill it with the same color, and then create a vein on the opposite location like that, and then fill it with the same color. Let me just make it thinner, and then I'm just going to copy this by pressing Ctrl J and move it up, maybe make it smaller like that. Select this one and press Ctrl J and move it up like that. So our leaf is ready, and one thing that I want here in this leaf is kind of like slightly variation. So I'm just going to select create this kind of like a shape on half side of the leaf, and then I'm going to select this bottom one, press Ctrl J to copy, select the top shape, and then choose that the top option intersect, and then I'm going to bring it below these veins and make this color more lighter and maybe slightly yellowish, something like that, so that we have kind of like a dimension to our leaf, kind of like a you can say that 3D style look. So I'm going to select all of these leaf elements, press Ctrl J to group them. Let's just scale it down a bit, and this looks fine. And then I'm going to do is to convert this into a symbol. So at the top I have this symbols panel open. If it's not for you, you can go to the view studio and choose this option called here symbol. It should be here, yeah, this option, it should be ticked. So I'm going to select this group of the leaf and then press this button called create. Now we have a symbol created, and then I'm going to do is just leave this leaf on the side and press Ctrl J to make a copy of this one, and then bring it on the tree itself. And now it is just positioning the leaves, just creating the copies and positioning the leaves in different location. So let's say maybe like that. Select this one again, press Ctrl J, maybe slightly make it bigger, somewhat like that here, and press Ctrl J here, and then let's say just flip it and maybe make it kind of like on this location, so I can then create select multiple copies, this one, and this one. Press Ctrl J to create copy of all of these, and let's say just randomly placing in this location, moving it at another different location, and let's say just maybe move it here. So now I'm just going to fast forward because it is the same repetitive process, scaling up these leaves and just repeating it at different random locations. So guys, our tree is ready and it is looking beautiful with all these fall leaves, and I'm going to select all of the leaves that are on the tree, leaving the one that is beyond our document size or document border, and I'm going to group them together, and this is how our tree is ready. Now the best thing about this is that now if we change one thing, we will be able to change all the leaves at once. Let me show you what I mean. So let's say this is the as you can see that this is the autumn season themed tree, and let's say I want to make it kind of like summer theme or spring theme kind of like tree. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go into this leaf symbol that I have already created in the start, and I'm going to just change the colors in there. So let's say I want to change it maybe to greenish color, something like that, and maybe this one to be slightly more pale light greenish color. Ideally you would select the colors according to your, you can say that, color theme, or this is just to show you that how easy it is to do it. And then let's say maybe this one to be darker greenish like that, and like that. And if I just zoom out, you can see that all the colors on the tree are changed, all the leaves are changed. And if you want to add more elements on this leaf as well, you can just maybe more kind of like a dotted style look, or maybe different kind of colors in different locations. If you make those changes will appear on the tree, and that's one way to do it. Another thing that you can do with this thing is that if you want to maybe use it for a different niche, let's say, let me just open up a file that I already created. So this is just a breast cancer awareness pink ribbon, and I'm going to just copy this one and paste it in our document like that. Pressing Ctrl V, let's just scale it down a bit according to the approximately according to the size of our leaf here. and then I'm going to do is just I'm going to bring it inside our symbol, make it a child of that. And then I'm going to select all of these three leaves that I have created, these elements. I'm just going to make sure that our symbol is present almost in the same location here of the leaf. It doesn't matter, but still, if we and then we are going to hide the leaf, and if I just zoom out, now you can see that we have all the tree, or the whole tree is filled with these pink symbols. And if you want to make it kind of like a wider, you can move it in different location and see how it looks. So it is currently a mess, that is why I have placed it approximately at the same location as the leaf itself. And if you want to make it simple, you can delete a few more here and there, and then use it as kind of like, you can say that breast cancer awareness theme tree. And if you want to change the colors on the trunk, you can simply apply an adjustment layer at, like, let's say this HSL layer, and let's change the hue to kind of more like pinkish purplish thing to be more suitable with this kind of leaf. Let's say it will be more suitable, let's say maybe kind of like a purple pinkish thing. So you can do it like that, and then if you hide it, it will be the same thing as it was before. So guys, that's how easily you can create a tree and make few changes to it, and create different versions of the tree for different niches, for different themes, depending upon your requirement. So guys, hopefully you have found this video to be helpful. If so, let me know in the comments below, and you can like the video as well. It will help me with the YouTube algorithm to reach more viewers who are interested in the same content. And hopefully I'll see you in the next video, and thank you for watching.